Cell versus Metal Sonic. Dragon Ball Z versus Sonic the Hedgehog death battle. 25 minutes. Bro, I don't even know if I should like edit it after. That's a lot. I don't want nobody mad because they didn't get to see the whole battle and I was just cutting it up for the interesting parts, but I'm gonna see what I'll do. I'm gonna watch it though.
It's truly the superior model.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. There's a monster stalking Gingertown. No one who's seen it has lived to tell the tale. All it left behind was their clothes. Something ate these people's insides, leaving only a shadow behind.
Some kind of creature driven only by the need to feed. Earth's new apex predator.
Want me to drink this guy?
Life form.
The Namekian Piccolo went to investigate this manslayer
While
and discovered
farming?
that it was intelligent. Its tail could unravel to absorb its hapless victims and add their energy to its wretched gestalt.
But the nightmare was only just beginning, because for its last trick, somehow this freak of nature knew the Kamehameha.
The mystery of this creature's origin was decades in the making. Years ago, the world was terrorized by the most advanced paramilitary organization in history.
Oh, they went back,
the Red
back.
Ribbon Army.
Until they got rocked by this little kung fu gremlin,
Goku!
But Red Ribbon's dream of revenge lived on within their head scientist, Dr. Giro.
Hiding away in his spooky cave laboratory,
I can't remember if they
Giro would go
showed
to work
Dr.
studying
Giro
the
in Dragon Ball or
Z-fighters from
not.
afar, learning everything there was to know about him.
And building a series of androids that would destroy his spiky-haired nemesis once and for all.
He made a ton of them. Infinite energy androids,
Oh, that's
key-absorbing
some
androids,
nice
trucker
quality.
head androids, and even...
Don't you lecture me with your
ginger
$30
androids.
haircut.
However, none of Giro's creations
yo,
were
come
capable
on,
of
bro.
matching that drive to improve that Goku and his fellow martial artists possessed.
Luckily, he had one more android left. A cute little booger so complex he'd take years after Giro's death to complete. Its name was Cell.
Born from a single cell,
Imperfect
get
cell.
it? This android possessed the genetic information of all the greatest warriors that had battled on Earth.
7
and,
foot.
when fully evolved, would
Dang,
become
Cell is tall.
unstoppable.
And with their DNA, Cell absorbed all their powers and techniques too.
Common among all of them is the power to manipulate Ki, or the energy that exists in all living things, and weaponize it to fire energy blasts, fly at faster than light speeds, move things with telekinesis, and create force fields.
From the humans, Krillin and Tien, Cell knows the multiform technique, Destructo Disc, and the Tri-Beam, his extra special favorite. Oh, weird, I'm not seeing Jiaozu on this list. Sorry, bud.
Is
'Cause then nobody
Jiaozu
want-
human?
Oh.
Want that?
Cell can fire the Death Beam, as well as breathe in and travel through the vacuum of space with the alien genes of Frieza and his father.
He's
And because
overpowered.
he's got Piccolo's DNA, Cell can regenerate humongous damage to his body at the cost of some keys.
Cell has survived having half his body vaporized multiple times, and cannot be destroyed unless the small cluster of cells at the core of his being is eradicated.
Should that little bugger survive, Cell will always return.
That's
Even stronger
crazy.
than before because of the Saiyan DNA he got from Goku and Vegeta. Definitely the cream of the genetic crop.
Sure, he can perfectly replicate attacks.
He
like the
basically can
Gallic
just
Gun,
continuously
Spirit Bomb,
blow
and, of
himself
course,
up
Kamehameha,
and then come
as well
back.
as teleport by locking onto a living being's key signature.
And just be
But
stronger.
the best part of being a Saiyan
That's
is how
literally
much
his training.
crazy
Go to the
stronger
hyperbolic
they get
time
every
chamber. It
time
just
they
keeps
almost
self-destructing
die.
They
over
can
and over
even
again.
evolve to become orders of magnitude stronger in the midst of battle. Combine that with Cell's healing factor, and he's effectively the ultimate warrior.
Like a perpetual shonen motion machine.
Driven by a biological imperative, Cell wanted nothing more than to devour Giro's previous androids, 17 and 18, believing it would make him perfect.
Only one problem. The Cell we know was born in the future, and both 17 and 18 had been destroyed. So he murdered Trunks and went back in time.
In GTA.
Not our Trunks, future Trunks. Well, not future Trunks, but another future Trunks. It's very complicated.
Yeah,
There's
that
like 5
timeline's all
timelines.
As
over the
Cell
place.
defeated
I
and
don't.
absorbed the androids, he
I don't
evolved.
get it.
Not only getting stronger, but changing his personality and developing a lust for battle.
He became less creepy bug serial killer and more, well, Saiyan. After exploiting that very Saiyan arrogance and warrior's pride, Cell finally became perfect.
And easily dominated Trunks and Vegeta, the latter of whom had decades of battle experience under his belt.
Perfect Cell's power was off the charts. He could threaten the whole Earth just by powering up. With a full power Kamehameha, he was even capable of
Solar.
destroying our entire solar
Kamehameha.
system.
While the vast majority of our solar system's mass is located in the sun, this still means that Cell's key wave would have to reach 2.8 billion miles to eradicate every planet.
But Wiz, maybe he was just exaggerating.
Not likely. Cell's claim has been backed up in multiple guidebooks and even demonstrated outright in the video games.
Cell's even stronger in the anime adaptation, considering the time Frieza blew up Namek. In the anime, the explosion was literally hundreds of light years wide and lit up the friggin' galaxy.
And Cell was
I did
far
not know
stronger
that.
than Frieza was at that point in time.
Hell, the Namekians could sense him all the way from a different galaxy and thought he might be a threat to the whole universe.
He's also incredibly fast, capable of blitzing even the strongest Z fighters at the time. Goku flew
Yeah,
from
I'm probably not
Grand
gonna
Highest planet
edit
to
it. I'm
heaven
probably
all
just
the way
gonna,
to
like,
hell, hundreds of billions
post
of
it
light years
straight away.
in half a minute. And that was in his base form.
Yeah, that's cool, but how about the power to squeeze mini Cell Juniors out of your butt? What? Never heard of
Yeah, that was
key
nasty.
technique?
When I
Call
first
it
saw that,
the
I was
Kegel.
confused. I was like, bro, it's
Cell
taking a
was
dump
entirely without
mid-fight.
fear and no longer wedded to Giro's petty
Like, man,
grudge,
let me drop
decided
this
to
weight
prove
off.
it with a tournament.
The Cell Games! And if Goku couldn't even beat him, what hope did anyone else have? Vegeta couldn't even handle a Cell Jr.
Their last hope was Goku's own son, Gohan.
After Cell arrogantly
The
let him
Go-
power up, Gohan unleashed his rage, pushed the bug monster to his absolute limits, and beat him. Wow, Cell, you really are related to Vegeta, aren't
Yeah, I
you?
was
In
thinking
truth,
that same
Cell was a
thing, bro.
victim of his
Cell.
own success. The same Saiyan genes that made him all-powerful also sowed the seeds of his defeat.
Exactly.
He got so mad, he even blew himself up. Maybe he does have some Chaozu in him after all.
That's
Even
also
that
true.
wasn't enough to totally put him down, and he came back with the same Super Saiyan power-up that Gohan had just unlocked.
Super perfect Cell. Now with more lightning. In a battle for the ages, Cell put the entire weight of his biological programming against one lone
That
Saiyan
fight
and
is
went
just
the distance.
But in the end,
perfect.
it still wasn't enough. No matter how brilliantly Dr. Gero copied the Z-Fighters, he still couldn't quite figure out their knack for going beyond.
What can be destroyed can always be rebuilt. All
Oh,
it takes
yeah.
to recreate the most fearsome warrior in the universe
Is a Cell.
one single Cell.
One Cell.
Time and again, the world
Here we
and
go.
its cuddly forest critters were threatened by the evil and oval Dr. Ivo Eggman Robotnik.
And time and again, that same world and those same critters were saved by Sonic the Hedgehog. No matter how many robotic badniks the good doctor threw at his blue spiky nemesis, his schemes were always 6 spin jumps to the glowing weak spot away from getting
It's been
cracked
years
and
since I played a
scrambled.
But
Sonic
it
game.
wouldn't be over easy for Eggman. If he couldn't defeat the Blue Blur, he would make his own Metal Sonic.
Well, 0 points on creativity for that name, but god damn, he does look metal as hell.
They say imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, so Eggman built Metal with more than enough blast processing to match his prototype.
Metal can zoom around at massively hypersonic speeds, fast enough to fly to nearby planets in
3.3.
seconds.
He's tougher than
mean,
Eggman's
3
standard
foot.
equipment, some of which can survive black holes.
Metal can use all of Sonic's power-ups and even replicate his classic spin dash and light speed attack.
But he's got moves of his own.
He can attack with energy blast, fire a chest laser, surround himself in an electric aura, or an impenetrable force field.
By overloading his circuitry with energy, Metal can activate V maximum overdrive, quadrupling his acceleration
I already
and
know who won
obliterating
this fight.
anything in his path, at the risk of self-destructing.
You'd think all that'd be enough to turn the rodent into roadkill, but it only took one showdown on Stardust Speedway to send Metal to the scrap heap.
On paper,
You
Metal
basically
should
just-
be able to outmatch Sonic in every way, and yet he doesn't. For some
Cell's
reason,
gonna win
Eggman
this
wasn't
fight.
able to capture that ineffable quality that makes Sonic the fastest thing alive. Metal's defeats at the hands of Sonic and his friends sharpened his AI into a seething hatred of his rival and a burning desire to prove himself superior.
Yeah, well, when you're getting your supersized red ass handed to you by Charmy B, you know something's gone horribly wrong.
Dang.
Metal's defeats gave him an existential crisis. If he was created to surpass Sonic and couldn't even manage that, what was he?
Oh,
Why
man.
should he exist?
Never one to admit defeat, Eggman took Metal back to the drawing board and birthed him anew. Ew.
This Neo Metal Sonic was
Neo
above all,
Metal Sonic?
far smarter.
Especially after he copied Eggman's intelligence and took over his empire. And we mean literally copied.
I did not know
if Metal
that.
Started as Sonic's copycat. Why not hunt all of his furry friends down and copy them too?
Neo Metal Sonic is equipped with scanners in his optic receptors that can copy a person's biodata, giving him the ability to recreate
Cell.
all of their abilities in seconds.
Like the
Cell.
Sonic Boom, Knuckles' Hammer Punch, Tails' magical swiveling asshole, and
But you
Big's
can't
ability
copy
to
his
suck at
actual
fishing.
Metal
DNA.
isn't
You
just
can't copy
learning
Cell's
their moves.
DNA. He's a
He can
DVD
replicate
character.
more
Our power
esoteric
scaling
powers
is off
like
the
silver
charts.
psychokinesis, manufacture Rouge's mechanical bat guards, or alter his very biology to copy Espio's chameleon invisibility. It's
Wow.
worth mentioning that biological data is a real scientific term.
Never
and can refer
mind.
to molecular structures like the genome
He
sequence
might
within
be
a
able to
living
copy
organism's
Saiyan
DNA.
Cells.
Yeah, his copying is so busted, it doesn't really matter that he's a robot made of metal. If you can do it, so can he. Probably helps that he can shapeshift and regenerate his whole body from a puddle.
Likely by
no.
copying one of the mightiest beings on the planet,
No,
the god
this
of
is
destruction,
an endless
Chaos.
fight. This
That's
got to
the
end in a
only
draw.
chaos he's encountered.
By scanning the ultimate life form, Shadow the Hedgehog, he gained his ability to manipulate some of the most powerful artifacts in the universe.
No.
You mean the Chaos Emeralds?
Yes.
No, that ain't
the emeralds
true.
contain an infinite wellspring of
No.
mystical power and life energy. With
Live
them,
and
Metal can perform
learn.
Shadow's chaos control. He can teleport, warp, and distort space, boost his speed, and stop time. And with either the Chaos Emeralds or Master Emerald,
Metal Sonic
he
is
can
gonna be in the
transform
next
into
freaking
Super Neo
movie.
Metal Sonic.
Completely invulnerable and completely golden, Super Neo Metal Sonic can move at faster than light speeds and has the power to move continents.
The emeralds are inconceivably powerful. They've been used to fuel Eggman's Death Egg, which could obliterate star systems.
On
This
their
is
own,
ridiculous.
they can even create and destroy whole universes.
Other super characters like Sonic have battled and defeated beings like the Time Eater, who could destroy multiple dimensions and timelines in seconds. At their peak, 3 super hedgehogs have even fought Solaris, who nearly consumed Sonic's entire multiverse.
So Super Neo Metal Sonic should be just as powerful as any of them, though he's gotta be quick because all that power only lasts a short time.
The road to total domination was nearly at an end. After manipulating Sonic and friends and copying their abilities, Metal eventually combined their biodata with the mighty Egg Fleet and became Metal Overlord.
Complete with missiles, giant crystal projectiles, and the strength to match 3 supersonic heroes all by himself, Overlord is all-time final boss material.
And he knew it. His ego might as well have had its own health bar. Metal's drive to surpass his rival had morphed into the delusional belief that he was the original, and Sonic the loathsome copy.
A copy that Metal had finally outclassed. All the heroes Metal had gathered had to team up to take him down.
Yeah, but how
He
did they
may
beat
have
him?
stolen their abilities, but Metal never possessed the thing that made the Sonic heroes successful.
Heart.
Their friendship and teamwork.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
how
That works
cute.
too.
Gag. Probably should have added some of those goddamn rails to the final boss
Dang,
fight.
he just
'cause
gonna
it is
throw GD out
impossible
there?
to land on those things. After getting trashed again, Eggman reprogrammed Metal to purge any bits of rebelliousness from his code.
Metal returned to being the Eggman Army's chief enforcer, always proving invaluable as the Bad Doctor's greatest creation, now completely obedient once again.
I don't know, Wiz. Who knows what's really going on behind those glowing red eyes?
Ain't no telling.
Maybe Metal is more cunning than he lets on.
So they never
and is
really-
only
they
biding his
beat
time
him, but they
until he
didn't
can
beat
take
him.
over again.
Maybe the most powerful thing that Metal copied was the ability to lie.
Hey, he got a point.
Hey, I'm Chad, the voice of Boomstick. And if you don't believe me, well, what about now? That's what I thought. Look, the matchup is about to begin, and we can't wait for you to see it.
This is about to be good.
Thanks.
Cell versus Metal Sonic. Metal Sonic ain't got nothing for a
the
Kamehameha
commands
wave
are
though.
set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
Metal Sonic ain't got nothing to really get, like, destroy Cell on a cellular level. Let's get it.
Salutations, Dr. Robotnik. Your reputation precedes you. Bring me your strongest fighter or face...
Oh yeah, that's Devil Artemis got to be talking, bro.
Perfect.
Let's go. Oh my gosh, bro. Oh my gosh. Multi-form, but it makes you weaker. Let's go. Oh, Special beam cannon! Mankan support! Let's go! I love it.
Tell me, does a machine like yourself
Ever experience fear? Let's go!
Not anymore.
Not anymore? Oh, that line was cold. Wait, hold up. D-Blast. Come on, Cell. Come on, Cell. None of that. What? Oh my gosh. It's like a planetary spirit bomb. Come on, come on, come on. What you doing? What you doing? What we doing? We're pushing it, all right? You know what I'm waiting for. Y'all know what I'm waiting for.
You're dealing with the ultimate
Life form. Let's go.
I already possess this state of observe chaos.
Troll. Oh my gosh!
Life form data successfully copied.
No. Oh no.
It'll take more than that to kill me.
Oh, let's go!
I know. Now I know everything about you.
No, he copied Saiyan data. Let's go, fast fighting. Let's get it. Oh my gosh! Come on, Cell. Cell Juniors, let's get it. Help me out. That ain't me. I meant him. Oh my gosh, what is happening? Oh, I want to play a Dragon Ball Z game right now. Try big.
Don't you dare.
Ah! Hiko! Let's go! Said, don't you dare. Oh, we at the Cell Games Arena. Let's go. Power up. Ka-me-ha-me! Ah! Come on, Cell.
I am not just the greatest warrior in the universe.
Come on, Cell.
I am all of them.
Yes! Do it for us! Do it for the DVC community!
If you are all of them, then so am I. I'll never lose to a machine like...
No! 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 No!
I'll crush you.
That's some bullcrap! Oh, no!
Now Metal's got all the powers of the Chaos Emeralds and the Z Fighters? Well, that works.
I had a feeling they was gonna use that.
Cell may have been one of the greatest threats in Dragon Ball Z, but Eggman's greatest creation ultimately proved too much for him. Let's break this down into 4 categories: strength, speed, abilities, and adaptation.
But they all got
First up,
copied.
who was the strongest?
Cell was.
Well, it's no surprise that any version of Cell was gonna be way more powerful than base Metal or Neo. Even just using the manga, blowing up a solar system is far beyond the level of power output Metal can match.
Without his stronger forms. With them, the power gap entirely reversed. Not only could Metal match Cell's solar system busting or scaling from Frieza, but he could surpass it with the universe-destroying power of the Emeralds.
But hang on, Wiz. Those Namekians said that Cell was strong enough to threaten a universe on his own.
They did, but they didn't specify how, and there's nothing
There, it was
suggesting he
good.
could destroy it in one go. Especially since it's only brought up theoretically and without any time frame.
Even being generous and assuming he could just blow it up, final bosses like Time Eater and Solaris can destroy the wider multiverse, and Super Neo Metal would scale to them. Metal Sonic takes the edge in strength.
And with Sonic characters being known for their speed, you might think that was an easy win for Metal.
At his max speed in his super form, he should be comparable to entities like the Time Eater, who in Shadow Generations can destroy entire universes in seconds.
I'm mad,
by
bro.
using the radius
I'm
of the observable
so
universe.
mad right
we
now.
can estimate the Time Eater's destructive wave traveled at about 180 quadrillion times faster than light.
Certainly impressive, but let's compare that to Goku's flight from heaven to hell shortly after the Cell games, which covered roughly a universe in distance at approximately 180 quadrillion times faster than light.
Hey, just like Time Eater. The difference, though, was that Goku was in his base form, way slower than Super Saiyan 2 Gohan or Super Perfect Cell.
Factoring in Super Saiyan multipliers, Super Perfect Cell could move upwards of 100 times faster than that, and so 100 times faster than Metal Sonic. Somehow, Cell takes the edge in speed.
Yeah, but
You know,
Chaos-
the thing Metal was designed for.
Wasn't expecting that. Let's see if any
Chaos
of their
control
abilities
is
can
like-
tip the scales.
They shared many of the same powers, like telekinesis, force fields, and energy projectiles. Of note though, Cell's regeneration was clearly superior, able to fully heal from a single cluster of microscopic cells.
On top of that, Cell's Saiyan genes would let him grow in power every time he almost died, and his Cell Juniors gave him the numbers advantage.
And considering Super Neo Metal had a time limit, Cell would have a big advantage in a battle of attrition.
But with Chaos Control, that became a lot tougher.
Cell and his juniors had no way to deal with Metal boosting his speed or stopping time, something that countered Cell's speed advantage and left him open. And with Silver Psychokinesis, or the Emerald Spatial Distortion, Metal could seriously impair Cell's healing.
So it helped that Cell could fall back on his martial arts abilities in a pinch.
Despite effectively being a newborn,
I'm mad.
Cell's genetic instincts allowed him to best Earth's most skilled warriors back to back to back.
Metal may have copied Eggman's brains, but he definitely isn't as good of a fighter. The Sonic heroes haven't trained like the Z fighters, and Metal's been beaten by all of them a bunch of times. So all that in mind, abilities is roughly a wash.
Which leaves us with the one thing they're both known for, their capability to evolve and become more powerful in response to their opponents, aka their adaptation.
Well,
And
Metal
frankly,
Sonic can
that's where
adapt
this back
faster.
and forth completely
Because
breaks.
Cell-
Because at the end of the day, Metal can copy Cell, but Cell
Can't copy-
can't absorb Metal.
Cell's ability to physically absorb an opponent is primarily viable against foes he can match or overpower.
Yeah, Cell
Even
is
if he
stuck
took
with the
Metal by
abilities that he
surprise,
has.
He can't absorb fully inorganic robots like Android 16.
Cell was only able to absorb androids 17 and 18 because they were primarily organic.
They're actually more like cyborgs and are only called androids in the English translation.
Metal, on the other hand, can copy a target's biodata through only a few seconds of direct eyesight, something he could easily accomplish during a time stop.
That means this
Using it
Sonic
on
movie
Cell
is about
means
to
he
be
wouldn't just get Cell's
amazing.
powers, but the powers of all of the Z
But that
Warriors
means
too.
Silver and
Remember,
everyone's
Metal's
gonna have to
copying
be in this
applies to
movie in order
abilities
for them
that
to beat
fundamentally affect
Metal
his own
Sonic.
biology, like Espio's invincibility or Chaos's liquid body. Nothing Cell has would be off limits, especially given all of Cell's powers were genetically encoded in the first place. Quite literally biodata.
Cell's Saiyan power-ups?
The
Copy.
DBZ
Cell's
community, I'm sorry,
regeneration?
man.
Copy.
I know they made
Cell's
y'all
key
mad, too.
techniques, believe it or not, copied.
Chaos Emeralds are described as being able to produce life energy, similar to Ki. So there's a precedent for him being able to replicate Cell's power set. And at this point, there's nothing stopping Metal from, say, stopping time and using a Kamehameha to vaporize him at a cellular level, just like Gohan did.
Cell might be able to do anything the Z fighters know how to do, but that's not gonna help him, because Metal can do anything Cell knows how to do. Strange, isn't it?
Cell just doesn't have any options to retaliate that Metal wouldn't also possess, including any of his previous advantages. Metal's copy ability is just that overpowered.
Oh, I guess now I get why they called it Sonic CD.
And why's that?
Cell died. Where's he?
That's crazy.
You get it? CD? Wiz? Where you go? Come on back. Next time on Death Battle.
Uh-oh. Wait, there's one with Frieza? And Megatron? Oh, that one right there is Bakugo. I don't know much about My Hero Academia, so I couldn't really judge that. That one's wild and crazy, bro. I vibe with that. I vibe with that. What do y'all think? Y'all think that was fair? After they explained it, I'll say yeah. After they explained it, I say yes. That's how that should have went, because Metal Sonic can copy everything from a bio level, cellular level, everything that Cell can do, but Cell can't change his abilities. So anything Cell could come up with, Metal Sonic can copy it and not lose the other abilities. Cell can't do that. Ah, that's a big L for the DBZ community, and I'm mad. I'm mad. The whole anime community should be upset at this. Oh man, that's horrible. That's bad. That's bad.